Hey there, everybody. Jason here. I know I've been on a bit of a hiatus this week, but I've been feeling a bit under the weather. Then I had to play catch up from all the stuff I was sick. Today is Saturday, so it's really the first day I actually have to do this. So rest assured, next week I'll get back to my regular schedule where I'll be releasing videos daily, but today I'm going to release a bunch of videos at once. But now that we're past that, today I'm going to talk about The Last of Us Episode 2 on HBO. If you haven't watched The Last of Us Episode 2 and you don't want it spoiled for you, I will be talking spoilers. So stop the video, head over to HBO Max, check it out, then come on back and we can talk about it. Now that we're past the spoiler warning, let's go ahead and dive in, shall we? As I said last week, I'm really impressed with this show. And Episode 2 definitely ups the ante. It picks up where Episode 1 left off with Joel and Tess taking Ellie to the Massachusetts safe house so they can get their supplies from the Fireflies as promised. One thing I thought was really interesting about this episode was Joel is really starting to warm up to Ellie. There's a moment where the two of them are alone and he's actually starting to try to have a normal conversation with her. But she's a bit apprehensive. She's getting a bit defensive because up to this point, Joel has been the same way towards her. Then, of course, she asks him too many personal questions and he shuts down and kind of closes that door again. But after what happens next, the relationship between the two of them is only going to grow and flourish more and more. We finally get to meet some of the clickers, which was terrifying. I thought the way that they were presented, very much in shadow, in secret, only getting to see a little bit of them at a time, I thought it was a really great way to go. It ratcheted up the tension and amplified the terror factor of these creatures. I really like when they do that. I like the idea of less is more. The less you see of them, the scarier they are. Another thing I thought was really cool was the idea that it's all like a hive mind. So if you step on a tendril or a branch, or you kill a clicker all the way over in Boston, that another part of the infection is going, or the fungus is going to feel it 10,000, 10, 20, 30 miles away and going to come rushing towards you. I thought that was really interesting. It's a nice approach to it, because typically zombies don't work that way, but making this a fungus rather than a virus, it opens it up to different avenues to allow you to do different and scarier things with these creatures. One thing that was presented in last episode that's really further explored, sort of, in this episode, is the fact that Ellie has been infected, but she hasn't turned. Why that is, I think they'll explain later on in the series. It's certainly an interesting concept. Typically, you have in these zombie stories where someone is immune, it's because the infection is a virus, and this one is a fungus. So I feel it'll be interesting to see why she's immune this time, as opposed to, you can be immune to a virus, you can build an immunity to it, but a fungus is a bit different. So I wanted to see really how that plays out. Speaking of infected, I knew Tess was infected when she was very standoffish with Joel. I thought she got bit on the foot, but the fact that she got bit on the shoulder, that was a bit unexpected to me. I feel like they really could have fleshed Tess's character out. I feel like they used her kind of as a way to get Joel and Ellie together and then keep them together. Without her, I feel like infecting her this soon was a bit of a cheat. I mean, I know they only have a limited number of episodes and there's probably so many other stories or so many parts of the story that they want to tell. But I just feel like she could have had more to do and she could have been around more. But I will say she went out literally with a bang. And I thought that was a pretty heroic thing to do. Very noble. That crazy fungus kiss was insane. It creeped me out. I'm sure it creeped other people out. Man, that was just wild. That whole thing at the end was just nuts. It was just crazy. All in all, I really enjoyed this episode. I think it is, I don't know, I would think it's a solid step forward from what we got in the solid opening of the first episode. And I can't wait to see more. I'm so happy the show got a season 2 renewal after just 2 weeks of being on the air. It's just, I mean, that doesn't happen a lot. You know you have something special when that happens. And I'm really grateful for it. My final analysis of this episode, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. I thought it was really good. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you thought of The Last of Us Episode 2 down in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I want to hear from you. If you enjoyed the video, click that like button. If you want to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe. Click the notification bell to get updates on future videos. You can also follow my Facebook page, J Man's Cave, where I'll post more updates as well. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.